Let's talk about hammies. All right, the hamstrings are a particularly challenging area of inflexibility for most midlife men. And part of it is we sort of hate doing it because it hurts, so we avoid doing it. And then obviously the avoidance doesn't help with our inflexibility. So I wanted to share a couple tips and tricks and maybe some secrets to make it a little bit easier and hopefully make it more effective so that you don't avoid it anymore. But to begin with, the body has a built-in mechanism to protect the muscles from overstretching. And when we sort of fight against that, we're just fighting against our own bodies, and that makes it a real challenge to get any kind of stretch, never mind make it comfortable. So starting, the most basic of hamstring stretches is what's called the hurdle stretch. And in the old days, we used to put our foot back behind us like a hurdler, but that's not terribly good for our knees. So instead, we're going to tuck it here into our groin. All right, and the first thing I want to emphasize is that we want to lock the knee out. So as if we're trying to get the back of the knee, or lock the quad, and engage the quad, lock the knee, as if we're trying to get the back of the knee to the floor. We want to get our foot pointed vertically and then dorsiflex, so the toes are kind of pulled towards you. So you've got tension here in the front of the shin, the anterior tibialis. You've got tension here in the quads, so this is all basically engaged. And that engagement is going to actually just automatically stretch some of the muscles here in the posterior, the back part of the leg, okay? So from here, we're going to try to reach out as far as we can. Now, a lot of people, and particularly men, can't reach their toes. They can't get there. So you get whatever part you can reach, and then use that to kind of pull yourself forward a little bit, okay? So the key to this, though, is to try to time your breathing with your stretch to get the muscles to relax. Remember, there's that built-in mechanism that is going to fight against us. And most guys are kind of like this, and they're pulling, and they're gritting their teeth, and it's just a battle. Well, let's try to not make it a battle. Let's work with our body's natural mechanisms to get this muscle to relax so we can stretch it. All right, and so that's going to begin with a big breath in. And when we take the breaths in, we want to back off a little bit so we can, expand our diaphragm and get a full lungful of air. So we're going to big breath in, hold it for a second, and then as we're stretching, we're going to do a long, slow exhale. Okay, back off a little. Inhale. Long, slow exhale. Sometimes we actually use and teach the box method, in which you're inhaling for 4 seconds, holding it for 4, exhaling for 4, and then holding that for 4. So it's a 16-second cycle. And that's the most basic of the hamstring stretches, and I'm going to show you a few others that we use around here that we find very effective.